we're going to talk about vibrato. Now, this is one of several videos I'm going to be doing, and the whole point about it is it's to do with expression. Now, there's a gazillion things on YouTube you can look up, 55 monster licks from here, there. Now, this is all great, by the way, all great stuff. But I often feel that these videos don't really answer the question that you have. And the question I think that's on your mind, and is usually on the mind of every guitar player, is actually, how can I be expressive? How can I not just play a bunch of notes to people? How can I play something that will say something, that will make a difference, that will have an emotional effect, that will communicate? So the audience aren't just passively listening to me grinding out these notes. They are in a conversation with me. They're hearing what I have to say, and they're responding to me with their feelings, telling me how they feel. That's the dream. That's what it's all about. And the interesting thing about all this, I think, to consider is that whatever instrument you play, you always have to remember that the most primal and fundamental instrument is the human voice. So if you can make your instrument, guitar, saxophone, violin, penny whistle, if you can make it sound like, and respond in the way that a human voice does, then you're going to be able to get more communication going on. And this applies particularly with vibrato. Vibrato is usually this sort of little wingy thing that sort of people put on long notes to try to sound less boring. And that's kind of about where it ends. Well, I'm not going to tell you about that. Well, I am going to tell you about that, but I'm going to tell you why, how it works, and how to make it work for you. Okay, so let's go back to, I said to you that it relates to the human voice. Well, if we take the human voice, you could sing a note, ah, great. Nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely fine. Thank you. Whereas if you sing a note, ah, straight away there's a whole emotional thing going on there when you hear that vibrato note. And that's why we're doing it. We're doing it to give this, to give this whole feeling to it all. Okay, so I'm going to go through several things in this video. The first thing is just purely the mechanics, how to get the thing to work in the first place. Okay, so let's just do that first, and then we'll move on to all the fancy stuff. So, the beginning of it all, how does it work? Well, with vibrato, what you're doing actually is you are just simply playing the note, and then you're pushing the note out of tune, and then you're allowing the note to come back into tune, and then you're doing that again and again and again. You're pushing it out of tune, back into tune, out of tune, back into tune, and so on. And the mechanics of how we do that, you probably know already with a guitar string. If you push or pull a guitar string out of its neutral position, then the pitch will rise. So here's the note. If I put so you're seeing me distort it to the side, and you're seeing it go up in pitch when I do that, and it comes back into pitch, of course, as the string comes back to the neutral position. You probably knew that already, but I'm just making sure we've got the game covered and everybody knows what we're talking about. So we're going to do that. We're going to push it out of tune and back into tune. Now, first of all, the mechanics of that, the best way, there are lots of different ways of doing it. I'm only going to teach you one way today, but I'm teaching you this way because it's a good one. It gives you a lot of control. And that is to, in this particular method, let the guitar neck sit in the crook of your hand. like violinists like the crook position a lot, particularly when they're down here. But anyway, yeah, if you've got a crook going on, and then you've got this, you're holding the string here, then you can get leverage from this bit. Is like the fulcrum. You've got a grip round here with your thumb. So of course you've got push going on with the thumb. You've got push going on with this bit. And so using the whole hand together, you can push this way or you can pull this way. I'll give you an example. Okay. You can go either way. Now, I did some fancier stuff there as well. Of course, there I was doing bends and doing vibrato and so on. We'll hold on for that now. When you can do good bends and you can do good vibrato, you'll just find then it's a very small step to be able to do a bend and a vibrato. We'll do that later on, of course. But okay, let's just make sure we've got everything in place. Yeah, we're looking at how to actually physically do it. Now, this is where we get onto some really important stuff, because I have had guitar students who've been playing the guitar for 30 years and are still doing their vibrato wrongly. So I'm going to show you how to do it properly. Now, the temptation and the problem with vibrato is that people tend to sort of hit the note and go for the vibrato straight away. Now, actually, that's a mistake, because what happens is, you remember me telling you that you push the string out of tune? Well, if you have that on the front of your note sounds out of tune. It sounds really ugly. If you have it at the end, it sounds really ugly. And the other mistake people make is that they're pushing that vibrato on all the strong beats. And so all the out of tune notes are on the strong beats instead of the weak beats, and the end result is basically it sounds ugly, or at best irrelevant. It's a very, very, very common mistake with vibrato, and I've never seen this addressed in any other YouTube video. Okay, no problem. But I'm going to address it now, and I'm going to show you, because I'm going to do a really, really, really slow vibrato. Let's get a little bit of volume up here, so you can still hear me talking. Okay, the amp's a bit loud. I haven't got time to change it right now. I'm too busy talking to you guys. So, now, if we count like 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can put in the offbeats, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay, so then 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, watch again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. What am I doing there? I'm starting the note in neutral position. I'm ending the note in neutral position. And I'm putting the out of tune bits, the pushed bits, on the off beats, the weak beats. And I'm keeping the neutral string in tune bits on the down beats, the on beats, the strong beats, the numbers, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The out of tune bits are all on the ands, yeah. I'll do that for you again so you can see it, yeah. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, of course, that's like eighth notes. You can do it in 16th notes 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a... Now then, so now the other mistake people make is they get hung up on the pushing. They tend to put more energy into the pushing the string out of tune, and whereas actually it's more powerful if you put more energy into the returning to tune, and in that way your vibrato sounds dynamic and powerful. It's the coming back, not going out, but coming back. So it's the releasing, it's the going back to the neutral position is where you want to feel the power and the drama. And so that gives you a very rhythmical, very powerful, and of course very passionate vibrato. And that vibrato can be in eighth notes or quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, 32nd notes, like that. But of course it can also be triplety. 1 1 1 bap, 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 bap. Sorry. If you want. Or you can play around with them. You can play around in all kinds of ways. You can make the vibrato start very subtle and become stronger. You know, and then it become subtle again or whatever. There's all kinds of things that you can do with it. But the thing is, if you use vibrato in the way that I've described, which is where you don't put it on the beginning of the note, you don't put it on the end of the note, and you don't put it on the strong beats of the note. You put it on the weak beats of the note. And if you're going to put any power and drama into it, you actually put it on the point when you are returning to tune, not the point where you are going out of tune. And you'll find that will give you a really dramatic and powerful and expressive vibrato. Now, if you want to see and hear the vibrato in action, I recommend you to go to Spotify or to iTunes and check out Tim Duce, D-U-C-E. That's me. And you can check out my songs. There's a whole bunch more going to be coming on there over the next couple of weeks. And you can actually see this stuff actually being used for real. And in the meantime, please don't forget, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, tell your friends and so on. You're probably not going to find another video that shows you the exact nuts and bolts of how to do a real working vibrato anywhere. So yeah, come here and get the deal. I'm going to be putting up a load more videos showing all kinds of other real secrets of guitar playing, and check in regularly, and I've got a whole bunch more exciting things for you to watch. Okay, Tim Duce, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, that's it. Check me out. Okay, bye.